You've probably heard about so many things that are changing like this month and next month. And I hope in this video to just simplify it because when it's like an onslaught, it could seem more overwhelming than it really is. So I have my notes here too, so I don't forget. And I want you to know that I think the changes are very positive and a long time in coming. Although I didn't realize what needed to be changed because I'm not out there in the business world, but they were probably a long time in coming, already starting before COVID. And then since COVID, it's been like, woo. And these changes are meant to make our job easier and more effective for the time that we put in. And if you've noticed that you've found your job to be in Mary Kay to be more complex, it's probably because we've been working our business the way we've been trained for those of us who have been around a while, and in times that it doesn't work in anymore, new wine and old skin. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but people shop differently. Our society is working differently. And you know, companies like Amazon and online shopping have come around. And so it is a long time in coming. And I think once we get past the hurdle of change, which is never popular or fun, I think you're going to see, oh, this was really good. And they were positive, bold moves by Ryan Rogers. Like I said, a long time in coming. So one of the changes is going to be with our personal websites, and it's going to be called My Shop instead of our personal shop website. And so when you hear My Shop, it's your shop. Okay, that's where people will go to your shop to shop. And um, it's going to have a whole overhaul to make it easier and more seamless and faster for consumers to shop with you. And I think that's a really good thing because I have felt like the personal website was kind of hard and clunky to navigate. And one of the reasons why I shop so much on Amazon is because they make it so easy and seamless. So that is what's going to happen with our website, soon to be called My Shop. And where we used to call my website, my personal website manager, it's just going to be my shop manager, where you go to control the things that you want to control. So, the one big change, besides the overhaul that's going to make it easier for consumers to navigate and check out, is that any customer who orders and enters their website through your shop, that order is going to be automatically filled by the company, and the profit will be deposited not into ProPay, but directly into your Mary Kay banking account that they have on file. So if they don't have a banking account where you get direct deposits of commissions and so on, go into your profile, Mary Kay In Touch, and then in the upper right-hand corner is your, little personal profile. Go in there and enter the account that you want your direct deposits to go into. Now, my advice always has been if you are in Mary Kay to make money, or you use the sales to pay for your own order, I highly recommend that you have a separate bank account, checking account, savings account, free account that's just devoted to Mary Kay incoming sales and profits. So this way, when you have to replenish, the money is there. Now, If you're paying for the product as people order it, then great, that money's all yours. Yay. Otherwise, you've got to be careful to spend 50% of your sales, not 100%, because half of that full retail sales was really the half of it was the cost of the product. So again, I digress, but I think it's important for you if you want to see the money that you have a separate account so that you can separate business costs from what is your profit. Okay, back to my shop. So what's going to happen is if somebody orders through your shop, pays for it through your shop, the company is going to automatically fill that order and get it out to your customer and put your profit in your directly into the account you tell it to put it into. And so for, well, let me see. First of all, the reason why they're doing that is now anytime that you have an order on your website, Mary Kay sends you an email, but there's a lot of people that are not checking their emails. And so they're unaware that somebody has ordered, or even if they are checking their email, they're not getting it out to them fast enough. Now, Mary Kay is going to do all that work for us. I love the idea of that. No packaging up and getting it out to people, and it will be delivered to them quickly because that is going to be the focus of the company. Now, what if you have local customers or you prefer to do delivery or so on? Then most of those people, chances are, especially if you've been around, they probably text you or, call you for their orders. But what I'm going to do is for those customers that are local, I'm just going to tell them that if they shop through the shop, to please just screenshot their order and send it to me or text me or whatever. I mean, I do like the idea of them going to the shop because then they see other products, new products, tips, beauty tips, and so on. But they can screenshot their order, take a picture of it, and send it to you. So it's a good excuse to be tuning into your customers soon. Sometimes we feel like we need an excuse to touch base with them. Well, that would be a great excuse. The other thing is, like, I do a lot of my facials and parties. I don't do a lot of them, I do all of them now. All of them on Zoom and maybe Facebook Live. So I am not doing in-person classes. Um, but a lot of people still are. But it doesn't matter whether you're doing in person or virtual through Facebook or on Zoom like I am. You will still just collect the order like you normally do, write out the sales ticket or and tell them how much it is and ask them if they want to pay by credit card, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, whatever it is that you want to accept, and do it the same way. Right, what's going to happen is we won't have ProPay anymore. We will have Stripe, and Stripe is free, and Stripe is any charge that goes through Stripe. Again, the whole thing will get deposited into your direct deposit into your Mary Kay account. So I guess what I would like to summarize what I went over so far is that if you're a consultant who wants to send out their website to everybody and just do a pure website business, woohoo, it's going to be easier than ever because Mary Kay is going to fill all those orders for you. Now, historically, we have always given free shipping. We were taught to do that for those of us been around a while because Your customer might work with a beauty consultant, and she decides to get it from that consultant because she doesn't have to pay shipping. Well, times have changed there now with the way the postage have gone up. What I am doing, my suggestion if people ask, is free shipping with $40 or over. You can make it $50, whatever. Otherwise, the shipping is $5.95, which is really cheap. Like I've been on a couple of um, uh, parties online for different businesses, small businesses, direct sales businesses, and their shipping is automatic. Everybody assumes it. Starts at $8.95 and upward. I've paid $15 on a shipping of something. So that's my suggestion because if I have to mail out an eye makeup remover where my profit is $10 and I'm using six of it for shipping, it could be like, huh. So that is another change that I've been incorporating. And going back to your local customers again, you might want to, another reason why you might want them to let you know, not put the card through on your shop so that you can deliver it without a shipping charge on you or on them. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Just want to look at my notes. Um, so so just to a quick overview of what's changing is our updated marykay.com site. The name of it is changing to My Shop. Um, the the personal website manager is now called My Shop Manager. We're transitioning from ProPay. October will be the last month of ProPay, and to Stripe for payment process. Oh, and the consultant locator is now going to become the consultant connector. Now, the differences there that I also think are very good. Up to now, we had a personal website. We can choose 5 different zip codes. And it would only really reveal that zip code or maybe one neighboring one or so on. Now our zip codes are going to range in radius from 10 to 50 miles. So we're going to have 2 zip codes. One will automatically be the one we live in, although you'll have the power to change that, and then you'll choose another one. But that's because it's going to go into it's going to include way more zip codes than our 5 used to. So it's a consultant connector with 2 zip codes that will expand up to 50 miles radius. So that's pretty good. Um, Let me see. I don't want selling through your customer. Okay, so yes. So when the e-commerce platform goes live, you can continue to take orders in person or take orders virtually or appointments with your customers like you do today. You can also continue to accept direct orders via your text or email and provide your own delivery with your own personal inventory. So the great part about the Mary Kay business now is that your personal style will still lead the way. And the addition of My Shop will just be an extension of what you do, an extension of your selling power, and meant to support how you already work, not to replace it. So, okay, and then I think I've pretty covered that, hammered that. But if not, you can send me a picture. So there's some changes that you want to prepare. Well, October, the month we're in now of this recording, will be the final month of that commissions are paid through ProPay, and that our website will be as it is. So what you want to do is prepare a couple of things. Let me just get to my notes here. Hold on. Okay, so My Customers is also being updated to become more mobile friendly. But there's going to be a few changes to keep in mind. When all our My Customers information migrates to the new My Customers, the only phone number that's going with it is their mobile number. So if you want to save home numbers and work numbers, you can copy and paste them into your notes or download it and make paper copies of it. My notes in My Customers is going to migrate or transfer. So any notes that you want to manually type in there will go with it. Or, like I said, you can download it onto your computer. You can print it off to have the information. Now, the information, of course, that's going to migrate or transfer is going to be the customer's name, address, cell number, and birthday. But if you have, and if you track any other dates like graduation days and anniversary days, those are you're gonna need to put in the notes section because that won't naturally migrate. So the other thing is what will migrate are the past 2 years of order history for each customer. So if you want the order history of before December of 2023, then that is something you will need to also have copies of, and you'll either have to update it, delete it, or archive. Now, if you archive customers, that's going to migrate, but deleted customers will not migrate. And Mary Kay says, to best prepare yourself for the update, it's highly recommended that you do some of this pre-work in October, as these changes have to happen prior to the go live date later this year. It might not be in November, but it's going to be by the end of this calendar year. The recommended pre-work involves manually adding or typing in any information from non-birthday dates into the notes section of your customer's current profile, whatever it is you want to keep. And then all orders from before December of 2023 go through the go live update later this year will be migrated to the new system. No, after December 2023. With this in mind, we also recommend you download or export customer orders from before December 2023 if you have business need for them, So my lazy way of doing it would just be downloading it or asking somebody to do this for you. You might have a teenager or somebody who needs a little extra money. Let them earn it. Okay. So I think that's enough for now. There is something else to go forward, some change that is highly positive, but I'm going to put that in a separate video so you can digest one topic at a time. This is positive, and thank you for listening if you got this far. And of course, all this information is on your Mary Kay InTouch. If you go to Resources, which is the far right tab on the top, and under Resources is the Connect Hub, and you'll see all of this there as well. I just thought this recording might help digest it in a different way. Okay, guys, good chatting. I'll talk to you soon.